Abdominal breathing. Place a hand on the lower abdomen. As you take a slow breath in, feel the abdomen expand out into your hands and allow the rib cage to widen to the side. As you breathe out, gently lift up through your pelvic floor and think about drawing the sides of the abdominal wall in towards the belly button. Abdominal breathing with lower abdominal setting can be practiced on hands and knees. As you breathe in, allow the abdomen to sink towards the floor. On the out-breath, lift through your pelvic floor and think about drawing the sides of the abdominal wall slowly and gently in towards the belly button. Pelvic tilting is a great way to alleviate some lower back ache and to start to work the abdominal wall muscles in a gentle manner. Take a breath in, allowing your tummy to fill, and then as you breathe out, lightly lift through the pelvic floor, drawing in across the lower abdomen and roll your pelvis towards you so that the pubic bone tips up towards the rib cage and the abdomen flattens. Lower back lightly presses towards the floor as you tilt. Knee rocking is a great exercise to do to alleviate a little bit of lower back ache, to help if you're getting some wind pain, and to gently mobilize around a cesarean wound. Start with the knees bent and the feet close together. Allow the knees to rock across to the side, letting the pelvis rotate in line with them. Try and add a breath, breathing in as you let the knees come across to one side, and then as you exhale, lift through your pelvic floor and draw in through the belly button. Knee fallouts are a great beginner core exercise. Start with your feet about 40 to 50 centimeters away from your bottom and your knees and feet in line with your hips. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, control the lowering of one knee out to the side without letting the opposite hip move. Take a small breath in as you hold, and then breathe out, lift through your pelvic floor, draw in across your lower abdomen, and bring the knee back to the center. So you exhale to open, take a small breath into the tummy, and then breathe out, drawing in through the lower abdomen. Bent knee floats work on the control around your hip and pelvis and are a great beginner core exercise. Start with the feet about 50 centimeters away from the bottom, knees and feet in line with your hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift through your pelvic floor, draw in across the lower abdomen and float one knee up so that it sits above your hip. Take a breath in, and then breathe out, lifting your pelvic floor, drawing in through the tummy and lowering the leg down again. Breathe into the abdomen, exhale, draw up through your pelvic floor to raise the leg. Breathe in to hold, and exhale to lower. As you work through this movement, try not to change the position of your pelvis or lower back at all, working on the control and the smoothness of the movement in and around your hip. Single leg extensions are a progression on from bent knee floats. Start with the feet about 50 centimeters away from your bottom, knees and feet in line with hips. Take a breath in to bend one leg up to tabletop position. As you exhale, extend the leg long away so that the heel is just above the floor. Take a small breath in while you're there, and then breathe out to draw the leg back. You breathe in to hold. Exhale to extend the leg with no movement through the lower back or pelvis. And then if you want to increase this, you can add single leg raises while you are there, requiring a little bit more control. And you can also take it into a further extension by adding a circle movement of that straight leg, working on maintaining a level pelvis as the leg scoots around. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to control the circling. Telescope arms are an exercise to mobilize the trunk and to stretch across the front chest wall. Start lying on your side with your knees bent up in line with your hips and your hips stacked one on top of the other. The underneath arm is stretched forward and the top arm is either bent at the elbow or fully extended, depending on what feels most comfortable through the neck and shoulders. Start with a breath in as you start to lift the arm, and then on the next out breath, open fully to the side. Hold for a moment when you open up to the side for a breath in, and then breathe out to bring the hand or the elbow back across to the underneath arm. So breathe in at the start, exhale to open, a small breath in while you're here, and then exhale to close it. Bridging is an exercise designed to mobilize your spine and to engage the muscles in your bottom. Start lying on your back with your feet close to your bottom and knees and feet in line with hips. You take a breath in at the bottom of the movement, and then as you breathe out, you draw up gently through your pelvic floor, draw in across the lower abdomen, and slowly tilt your pelvis to peel your spine off bone by bone, coming all the way up till you make a straight line between your knees, hips and shoulders. Take a breath in at the top, and then as you breathe out, draw in across your lower tummy, lightly up through your pelvic floor, and imprint the spine back down bone by bone, finally letting go through the hips. Breathe in through the tummy. As you breathe out, start with a pelvic tilt, peel your spine bone by bone, taking a breath in at the top, and then breathe out, lightly lifting through pelvic floor, tightening across the lower abdomen and rolling back down bone by bone. The Superman exercise works on some stability around the shoulder and hip and also works your core. You start on your hands and knees with hands below shoulders and elbows soft and knees directly below your hips. Take a breath in, allowing your abdomen to gently drop towards the floor, and then exhale, drawing in through your pelvic floor and deep abdominals to extend the arm and leg out to the horizontal. Breathe in, allow the abdomen to descend, then breathe out, draw in across the lower tummy, pelvic floor, and extend the arm and leg out. Try not to let your pelvis move sideways as you transfer your weight to one leg. If this gives you discomfort through your pelvis, leave it out, as it can be an uncomfortable exercise if you've got pelvic girdle pain. Take care to maintain the position of your lower back, not allowing your belly button to drop down as you raise your arm and leg.